You've heard that knowledge is power? How is knowledge power? Principles determine all of life's outcomes. I know that that's a bold statement. I think it's true. Principles, I mean gravity. You don't get up in the morning and think, oh, what if gravity's on today? It tends to be, right? And notice that gravity doesn't care if you believe in it or not. It always works. It's always on. It doesn't check in with you first thing in the morning and say, oh, is it okay if I pull on you all day long? No, it's just there. This is what I mean by a principle. There are all kinds of principles in life that determine all of our outcomes. If we're aware of the principles, knowledge of those principles gives us power to direct our life in ways that allows us to get different outcomes. I got a demonstration for you today about a principle. In fact, it's the one that I already introduced to you, gravity. I have in my hand a 2-inch welded steel ring. When I let go of this, what do you think is going to happen? For sure or maybe? Yeah? You're pretty sure it's going to go which direction? Yeah, okay, let's test it. Are you ready? Oh, big surprise, right? No, you're not surprised. Why? Because you know about gravity. And gravity is always on. What if I put that ring on a chain like this? And then let go. What's going to happen? Notice how your mind tells you that there's going to be a similar outcome, right? Especially based on the way that I'm putting the ring on the chain. Okay, now watch. What? Did you see what just happened? That did surprise you. And this isn't YouTube trickery. This is actually what happened when I dropped that ring. Now, how is that even possible? Maybe it's magic. I have a colleague who has a t-shirt that says, I'm not a magician, I'm a psychologist. Some people ask us to do some magical things here in the psychology office. I'm going to show you how I just did this trick. Because if you knew what I know, could you do this too? Could you get the same outcome that I did? Of course you could, because knowledge is power when it's properly applied. You might be thinking, but a magician never tells his secrets. Right, but I'm not a magician. I'm a psychologist. And I want you to understand the principle behind this trick. This will be kind of cool. Let's start with the ring. And you can buy these at any home improvement store, usually over where they sell ropes and chains and things like that. It's just a 2-inch welded steel ring. When I drop this ring, there's nothing special. It just falls. I'm holding it in a special way. Do you see how I grab the ring between my thumb and my forefinger? Third finger slides underneath, kind of like it's sitting on a shelf. Now when I hold it, it's sitting on the shelf of that third finger. You got that? This is important. When I drop it, watch how much my hand doesn't move. Watch my hand. Hardly any movement at all. All I did was take the pressure off of my thumb, and then that ring tumbles off of the shelf. Did you see the tumbling motion? Yeah, that's just the right amount of tumble. Now let's talk about the chain. You can also find this at a home improvement store in the lighting section. That's going to save you a half hour, trust me. It's a 3-foot pull chain for a ceiling fan. You see there's a little connector here that allows you to connect the two ends of the chain together so that it forms a loop. I want to hold the loop in my other hand, spreading it out because you want a nice open loop here, okay? Spread it out. Now, do you see how the two sides of this chain line up to form a plane? I want my fingers on one side of the plane, my thumb on the other, like this. Get it high enough that you have some good drop zone. Remember to keep that loop open. You don't want to turn your hand like this. You want it like this. Remember, your fingers on one side of that plane, your thumb on the other, because then when you let go, just barely, subtly removing the pressure on your thumb, that ring tumbles just right, falls into the loop, and ties a knot. And you can do this. Watch the video a couple of times to get it down. Go get your equipment. That was worth watching today, wasn't it? Why did I share this with you? Because principles determine all of life's outcomes. All of them. It's not magic. It's not luck. Understanding and applying the principle, that knowledge gives you power. And this is true in every aspect of life. Go try the trick. A big thanks to Nova Principles for sponsoring this episode of Live on Purpose TV. Nova Principles. Principles determine all of life's outcomes, and this amazing program is assisting children to learn those principles in the school through lessons that are taught typically by law enforcement personnel. You can find out more at novaprinciples.com.